Hello everyone, this is Mr. Burns here, and I'm going to explain to you in this flip video recording the economics budget document analysis project that we're going to be working on during the last couple weeks of the economics unit. You can see on the first screen here, you can see that there are work days and project due dates posted here for 2023. And you can see that we're going to work on this only for a few days. It's really not that long of a project, but it'll be worth 40 points and be part of your fourth quarter grade. So look at the due dates there at the end, at the top, and then I'll move on to the next slide here. What is the president's annual budget? The president submits a budget to Congress by the first of the month. In February every year, the budget contains estimates of federal government income and spending for the upcoming fiscal year and also recommends funding levels for the federal government. Federal agencies create budget requests and submit them to the White House Office of Management and Budget, or OMB. OMB refers to the agency request as it develops the president's budget proposal. Checks and balances in action. The president's annual budget must be approved by a majority vote of the U.S. Congress. How would you organize the annual budget by each cabinet department and agency? Which department should get the highest and lowest budget? Because that's what we're going to look at during this project. Here's the sequence. You can see that on May 3rd and 4th, you'll do slide 4 if you're gold or blue. The next two classes will be document analysis. And then after our quiz on May 11th and 12th, you'll work on the post analysis. And then the last thing you'll do is the justification paragraphs, and I'm going to go through those right now. And that gives you the rubric at the end of the project as well. Okay? All right, so on slide 4, what you're going to do when it's your turn, when we get there, you're going to do things one slide at a time. I'm going to kind of give you, tell you what to do. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a copy of this link, and I'll show you what to do there. So we're going to make a copy. You're going to make a copy here. Right. You can rename it with your name at the beginning like that. You can put your name, not mine. You're going to share it with me and Mrs. Thomasette. So you go to share, you would type in J.R. Burns at fcpsschools.net. And then you would, if you're in first or fifth period, you would select E.G. Thomasette like that. And you would hit send. Okay? And then what you're going to do on this slide, it tells you, if you share it, that you're going to create an initial budget. And when you create an initial budget, that you're going to have to add up to 100% of where you think the money that the president's budget goes to. And we're doing it by percentages. You notice that one of them says debt, interest, and treasury equals 14% don't change, because that's kind of a flat rate. But the rest, you're going to say how much do you think goes to defense and the military, how much goes to Interior and EPA, how much goes to NASA, Veterans Affairs, Transportation, and so on. You're just doing this as a complete guess. So what you do is you go in this column right here. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. All right. And you're going to notice that these numbers will add up. So if I put in agriculture at 3.7%, that's going to change to 17.7. And now my budget, my pie chart is going to change as well. If I say commerce is 2.9%, those numbers are going to change. If I say defense is 13%, it has to be, at the end, all of these, this number has to be 100, exactly 100 when you add everything. Okay, this is just a prediction. You have no understanding, no prior knowledge. You've never really studied this before. We've never really talked too much about it before. So these are guesses. Who do you think has more money in the budget? Who do you think has less money or needs less money? Which areas? And if you're confused at what each job does, each department, I have a description here at the bottom for each one. Okay? So it gives you a little bit of idea of what they do. Okay? All right. Some of those are combined into one category. All right. So you would do that. And then you would, when you're done or throughout, you're going to paste the link. So I'll take this link right here. I'll copy it. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to link. So the way you get to link, by the way, is Control K. So I go to Control K. I'm going to link it here. And then I can take, in the text, I can write Mr. Burns. You write your name, budget prediction. And there you go. Now it's there. And it's shared with me and Ms. Thomasette if you're in first and fifth. It's shared with me if you're in all the other classes. Okay, there you go. All right. Then on slide 5, it's a reminder slide of what to do. Should I stop? Should I keep going? Tells you exactly what to do. Make sure it adds up to 100%. Make sure everyone's got at least 0.1% in each category. Then slides 6 through 10 are document analysis questions. So you're going to look at some different questions about the budget, about the federal budget. So this one's going to have you read and then answer these questions. This one's going to have you look at this graph and answer these questions. There's a little bit of information at the bottom there. Use your Zoom tool as necessary. And then C, D, and E are going to look at some different categories of budgeting questions, okay? All right. And then slide 11 just tells you, did you finish the documents? Make sure every question is answered. There are 4 questions on each document. Make sure they're all answered, 20 total. Okay, before moving on to slide 12. Once we're done with the documents, we're going to do a post analysis. So kind of the same thing we did on slide 4, where you made the predictions. But now, because you did the documents, you have a little bit more background information, and now you can make a more accurate prediction. You'll have a little bit of idea of who should get more, who should kind of be in the middle, and which departments should kind of be lower based on the document analysis. We want your predictions to be what you think they should be and kind of what you are guessing. We want this one to be a little bit more accurate, a little bit more detailed. That's the goal. Okay? So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to make a copy. You're going to share it with us. You're going to make sure that everything adds up to 100 and follow some different information here. And then do the same thing, Control K, paste it, and then you're going to title it with your name and then My Budget Post Analysis instead of My Budget Prediction. Okay? All right. Once you're done with that, you'll move on to the justification paragraphs. You're going to write 3 paragraphs total. This gives you the directions here. They're about 5 to 7 sentences each. On slide 14, you're going to justify, write a paragraph that justifies the big guys, who are the ones that get the most money, and kind of why you picked those and what total you gave it, and kind of summarizing, comparing, and contrasting to your final budget with your original prediction. All right. Then the middle guys on slide 15 is going to be very similar. You're going to talk about the middle guys, the ones that are kind of in the middle, that have less than the big guys but more than the little guys. And the last paragraph is going to be everyone else, whoever is kind of at the lowest. The big guys would be kind of like the top 4 or 5. The middle guys are the next like 4 or 5, and then the little guys are everyone else. All right. Slides 17 and 18 gives you a little breakdown of the rubric. So the documents, the prediction, the post-analysis, and then your justification paragraphs. Each section's worth 4 points. 4 times 10, 40. Okay. That's exactly how it would be. So there's the documents. There's 4 questions. They're basically 1 point each. You can get partial credit. And then on the back, the second part, the budget, prediction, and post-analysis are both 4 points. And then each paragraph is 4 points. So it adds up to 40. All right, and that's how you'll be assessed on this project. If you have any questions, please bring them to me. If you need us to clarify directions or explain the project one more time, I'm going to go back to the first page just to show you the work time. Again, this is when you're going to be working on it. It'll be introduced, and you'll do your budget prediction on the 3rd or 4th. On the 5th and 8th or 9th and 10th, for gold days, the 5th and 9th, for blue days, the 8th and 10th, you'll be doing your documents. On the 11th and 12th, you'll be doing your post-analysis. And on the 15th and 16th, we're writing your 3 paragraphs. And if you can follow that, you'll be fine. All right? Let me know again if you have questions, or Ms. Thomasette, and we're here to help and support you. This project should be something that's pretty quick. It's not that long compared to some of the other projects we've done. All right, thank you for listening. Appreciate it.